Deep in the heart of Auckland City, meters from passing cars, a hidden forest clings to bare rock. Most people don't see it, but life here finds a way in the unlikeliest places, clinging at any opportunity to survive.
This is the remnant of a lost world. A lava rock forest born from an eruption 28,000 years ago. But the real mystery is how it's alive at all. Once, this ecosystem covered over 5,000 hectares. Today, less than half of 1% remains. The rest of it swallowed by the city. The secret isn't in the stone, but it's what falls between them. For millennia, twigs and leaves have fallen in between these rocks and decayed into thin, precious layers of soil. And this new soil allows for a complex, multi-layered forest to take hold. A canopy of hardy trees like mahui and titoki, a sub-canopy of various shrubs like kawakawa, and mosses and ferns growing directly on the rock. If you ever come to this forest, you'll notice the craziest, quirkiest root systems. So you can tell that they're obviously coming from the tree and trying their best to scramble over these rocks. Look at this one. And then straight down at the first sign of some soil. But this forest didn't survive by accident. It was actually saved by a man who was uniquely trained to see the value in hidden and complex worlds.
This is Professor Algernon Withiel Thomas. Before he came to New Zealand, he solved the mystery of a parasite devastating British sheep. And when Mount Tarawera erupted in 1886, he was the man the government sent into the ash to understand it.
He was a man of science and adventure, but here on this land, he was also a gardener who became famous for cultivating Auckland's most beautiful daffodils. He was also an early conservationist, campaigning to save native species like the tuatara, a living fossil from a forgotten age. His life's work taught him to look deeper. In this patch of rocky ground, he didn't see a wasteland. He saw a story of survival, a living museum of geology and time. I need to show you something that I found, which is so wild. Look at this. This tree right here. Looks pretty normal, right? When you get round to the side, you can see that it probably has about a sixth left of its trunk. And look, over here, just surviving, like nothing even happened. As Auckland grew around him, he knew this place was in danger, so he made a choice. When he died, this place wasn't sold or cleared. It was given. In 1948, his family gifted this forest to the city. An act of optimism, entrusting that this place would be kept to enjoy by future generations he'd never meet. You know, it's pretty understandable when you see little shrubs like kawakawa growing out of these rocks. It's not till you step back and realize these massive ones that set the canopy can just grow out of this volcanic eruption. You know, I've done a lot of videos about amazing people who saved and protected forests like this one. It's not one person who did something for the entire New Zealand, but it's a collection of people who create these small pockets of islands for birds to develop and trees to develop to spread their seeds. And even though these guys never knew each other, they all serve in the same way in a almost unconnected community of help. I don't know if that makes sense.
If If you want to watch the videos on the guys I mentioned before, then click on this video right here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you think that trees rock. Get it? Because they're growing out of rocks? Well, I guess they're growing out of the soil between the rocks, aren't they? Yeah, just please do it, okay? See ya!